folks from our unit from 2nd Tank on the ground. They have 3 missions being conducted right now as we speak. Our missions up there, we understood initially, was to be a security mission for the shopping plaza. That's changed. We are doing patrolling missions. We're doing security missions for various areas throughout along Crenshaw Boulevard there. There are numerous shopping centers that have been just decimated, have been looted and then burned to the ground. As we drive up Crenshaw Boulevard, you'll see a small piece of that. There have been some incidents. There have been, I understand, some fatalities created by guardsmen on looters. I can't impress on you enough how serious the situation is up there and how dangerous it can be for us. On the administrative side of the house, we've arranged some things up there as far as eating and so on. I know it's been kind of tough here this morning. We've had MREs initially. We're probably going to have MREs throughout the day. Beginning tomorrow morning, we'll start getting a hot meal that'll be catered from a Marie Callender's restaurant, which is in the plaza area, and it's inside the fence, so to speak. The restaurant is not open to the public, but it'll be open to us. And the owner of that establishment is a deputy sheriff or a reserve sheriff for Los Angeles. Yeah. So he's very cooperative, very supportive. Those folks that are left back here will also have catered meals for them. It's going to get tough on the eating side of the house when you've been assigned a mission. When your various groups have been assigned a mission, you're going to have to live on MREs, and I don't know how long that's going to be. It could be a day or two on MREs. So you'll only get those catered meals when you're actually in the plaza area or back here. Up that image. It says a lot as a deterrent as well. When we go in, port arms and we look like soldiers, that presents quite a deterrent for the hostiles. We use hostiles for lack of a better word. They aren't really hostiles; they're us, they're citizens, and we've got to recognize that. Some of them have a beat, and some of them are doing some things to break the law, and we're going to try to correct that. We're going to help the local authorities correct that. But we're also going to be citizens, and we're going to treat them like citizens. You're going to get a lot of thumbs up as you're going down the road, and you're going to stuff like that. They're going to insult your race, they're going to insult your mother, and your education, and you need it. But it has to be in one ear and out the other. The use of force statements. They've all been signed by all your people. It's got to be 100%. Got to have 100%. Don't go in there expecting to have a good time, because it's ugly there, and it's going to give you an ugly feeling being around there. So,
when you go in, you're going to look at, basically it's going to look like the dark side of the moon. There's a lot of carnage out there. You're going to see a lot of buildings.
Somebody out, move some crowds out, move some looters out. Sometimes we'll go out there, everything's okay, come back in. Some of them were securing areas. You may be out there for 10, 12 hours. But they're different missions. None of them are the same. You come through the combat zone, and that looks clean how you came in. You get down there, and you can't even drive through the street with all of the stuff that's laying out there. You can't even drive down there with your Humvee. There's shit laying all over the street, buildings burned. So it's wicked. Listen to me, listen to your leader. You are number one, a soldier, and every one of my soldiers in 2nd Tank go home. No holes in your uniform. No holes in your uniform. Remember, you're going to probably be verbally abused. verbally abused. They will say some nasty, nasty shit. Don't matter. It don't matter. You'll never meet him again in your life. You go. And remember again, I'm coming up here with the citizens and the people on the highway waving to us. You've crossed the line now, and they ain't waving. They ain't waving. Okay. And one of the situations today is there's a big Lucky store here, big supermarket. They wanted to open it up for business. I said, no way, nobody's coming in. I'm not opening these gates. I had the Western manager of Lucky's in the United States nose to nose with me today. I can't open these gates because my soldiers are going out and I may only have 10 people left here and I cannot secure this place with 10 people. He was pissed. But I'm in command. He thought about it. 10 minutes later, he come back. He said, you know, you're right. Can you help me bring in my trucks to bring my parachute? We'll escort you. He said, you're right. You know, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have anything in that store. I said, you're right. So what he did is the chaplain went over there with him, and he's been giving the chaplain sandwiches, oranges, apples, candies. Because his point is, if it wasn't for us, he wouldn't have anything in the store anyway. Wall, I hope within an hour or so, there's more flak jackets land on this parking garage up here. That's where my ammo's supposed to be coming. The big shopping mall here, we're in Crenshaw. The sports arena is only a ways away from here. Major problems over there. But they move around. Night is when it's going to get bad. You may run short of sleep. I've had some of my people down, so I've got a fresh crew at night. Take you out there and practice some of this manual of arms. Hell, the longest thing you held in your hand for a long time was a rammer staff and M60A3 tank. And a 45. We queue out in a truck, and we tell you to unass. You unass it like you're the meanest son of a bitches in the world. Don't. Okay? Some of you guys may be a little scared. I hope you are. I am. You've got to be a little scared of this stuff, guys, because if you walk around, no big deal. Bullshit. We were over right there by that white car was parked right where that pile of glass was. Windows gone.
Sergeant? Charles J. Dorsey.
You Command Sergeant Major? Or?
Command Sergeant Major.
Second?
About 65. It's basically the same thing, but it was just in one long direction, straight down Central Avenue, with maybe a few off swings from it, but not like this.
Getting people here, getting equipment out, getting people off there.
There was the paper, and talking to some people around. There were some delays and stuff with the ammo, and I didn't realize it made everybody have the ammo at a central.
A decision was made several years ago to centralize the security ammunition. Talk about my opinion.
We'll have some openings.
Maybe a policy that's going to change.
But it was made, and what the demand was, we had to get the ammunition, the body armor, face shields, and the cons deployed. They've been deployed in a central facility in Camp Roberts. So we had to get them all distributed, which is one of those administrative things that
off the record, how long do you think that kept you off the streets? And then you could have gotten a lot earlier? I would think so. I mean, could you almost have gone right from San Diego here?
No, because there's too much. This is a major move. Because the units in the valley, the units in San Diego, we're looking at probably 150 miles deployment.
Yeah.
This is a fairly substantive deployment. We have to get people here. It's a tiring movement. We got to rest them. We got to get the vehicles maintained, ready to move. So I would say that it probably, in the case of this battalion, gave us about a 6 hour. On the other hand, that 6 hours was used productively.
Yeah.
Because, bear in mind, these are tankers.
Yeah.
Number one, they don't spend a lot of time using an M16. Their basic weapon, a tank crew member is basically assigned a 45. There's an intrinsic danger that had we deployed them with the ammunition and 6 hours sooner, the probability of an incident would have been higher.
Yeah.
Consider we really had just a few hours to bring them up to speed on something that was not their basic mission.
Yeah.
I personally feel it was a positive. You know, when you consider what we had here, this thing started Wednesday night. I heard about the King decision at about 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. I go home, get home about 7 o'clock Wednesday night, I turn on the tube, I see the reaction starting to happen in the broadcast.
Oh, 1-800-LOVE.
So about 8 o'clock Friday night, it's starting to build. I talked to the G3 at and we say, start making some plans. So I called the 3 battalion commanders on my own initiative and said, call your company commanders, make sure that you can contact them. At 10:30 that night, we made a decision to mobilize. Half hours after the King decision, we made a decision to start standing up troops. So at 10:30 Wednesday night, I get my battalion commanders back on the phone and say, bring them in. By 2 o'clock Thursday morning, 3.5 hours later, we had approximately 50% of our troop strength at the Army.
That is pretty good.
Then, by 8 the next morning, we had probably, I would say, about 70% of the troop strength at the Army.
By 8 o'clock.
By 8 o'clock Thursday morning.
Yeah.
I'm in a meeting at division headquarters at 5:30 yesterday morning, and we start. I'm acting as, I'm commanding my brigade by telephone from the division headquarters. So at that point, we make the decision to start deploying units. Now, this battalion had to come from San Diego. A third of the 185th had to come from San Diego. So they didn't get forward assembly areas in the armories, local armories here, till anywhere from about 8 o'clock last night until midnight last night.
I was going to ask, where is that other battalion? I never did.
The other battalion is up here on Venice Boulevard, and I'm going to go there to the police substation here.
I just think
But again, another problem here that we have to deal with is, since our vehicles are tanks, we don't have enough trucks.
Well, you know,
because a tank crew moves in a tank. That's their organic assigned vehicle. So what we had to do is get contracts with charter bus companies to go to the Imperial Valley and go to San Diego to haul soldiers up here. Frankly, in the absolute, I think the performance is outstanding of the soldiers. Soon deployed along with the local PD to protect the one remaining food market in the city of Compton. There's a social service building across the railroad tracks about 300 meters from that market. They burned it 3 times, and the last time they came back and hit it this morning to finish it off. Legal services, community legal services.
That's right across the street. That's definitely.
The building's still smoking.